Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I really got the little Bleach Immortal Soul on tap today. We got a few things to cover, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so the big guy himself is in the house. We've got Aizen up. This is, of course, Aizen's final form. This is what the Hogyoku turned him into. So as you can see, they did a really good job from the graphical representation. See all of the, I guess you can call these tails or wings, I guess you could say, coming out of the back here. So they did a really good job with the depiction, because it's pretty much what he looked like inside of the actual the anime, and you can see the Hogyoku right there in the center, and it gave him his third eye up there. So this is, the form that the final form that he went up against, with Ichigo, and of course Ichigo swatted him with the final form of his Mugetsu, which is turned him all black with the fadey stuff on him, and he hit him point blank with it. Didn't kill him still, but it weakened him enough so that the time bomb that Uhura had planted into him was able to take over, and it was able to imprison him, and he was taken promptly back to Soul Society and locked away in the basement. So that's what this character is a representation of. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. Now, this is standard limited time summon, so you need to do 5 pulls. Okay, 5 10 pulls. You get 5 shards each pull. Okay, you need 30 to combine, and that'll get you a 2-star version. So you need to do 5 pulls. 5 pulls will get you 25 shards. And will also accumulate 50 summons, because you do 5 pulls at 10 summons each, ergo 50. And that'll give you 2 more from the rewards, 2 more, and 2 more, giving you 25 plus the 6 you get here for a total of 31 shards, 1 more than you need to do to combine. So basically you need to do 5 pulls just to get him at 2 stars. As you can see, I had a bunch. I had something like 60 some tokens, so I did not have to use any soul jade whatsoever. I was able to use all tokens to get him, so I do have him combined. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at his skill set. He's got a really good skill set. Now let me focus on this first. The strength training is active for this. Strength training is going to be a standard it's going to every single limited time summons. This will be an option. Okay, so if it's gated, so basically it's only available when the limited time summons is up. So when the summons ends in 2 days, this is going to end in 2 days with it. But if you do manage, to get him up to 5 stars, you can get his, you get the weapon to awaken. You get him to 4 stars, you can get his tomb, and then you can get his the power of earth is his emblem, so you can get the emblem and the gear. 3 stars, it's a lot. This is a lot to get him to 5 stars. A lot of soul jade, a lot more than I have. But if you're really serious about getting him and you want to, then if you got the soul jade, he's a good character. Just make sure that you need an attacker, because that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get any team support. He's not structured for that. Don't look for him to throw shields. Don't look for him to throw buffs. That's not what he does. He kills people. And his skill set is endemic for that. So that's exactly what you want to look for. So let's go ahead and take a look at that skill set real quick. I went ahead and run him up to 95. The damage that he puts out is just immense. So even if you're not going to use him as a primary character, he's definitely something that you might want to work up on the side for a 2nd or 3rd team. Remember, you need multiple teams for the World Championship, so he's someone you might want to consider. So I went ahead, since I didn't need, and I went ahead and got him up to 2 stars. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at the skill set. So as I said before, okay, so we've got Furry Slash. Furry Slash deals damage to a single enemy. Okay, so he's going to attack 1 enemy, and it gets a stack of butterfly wings. Okay, it has a 15% increased crit chance and deals an additional 10 damage, and each stack increases damage rate by 12 and rage recovery rate by 12%. Okay, his rage skill is Hado 90, so he hits the front row. With a lot of the powerful attackers that are super powerful like this and focus solely on attack. A lot of times they don't hit the entire team. They focus. Kenpachi is an example. Kenpachi only hits the a column, so he only hits 2. Lisa, for instance, even though she's SSR, she does pretty good damage, but she hits the back row. Okay, so there are some. I prefer to go with characters that hit everybody. So my entire team, their rage is a full team, so they hit everybody. But understand that hitting everybody, it does a little bit of damage to everybody, while hitting less characters means they can do more damage to characters. So when he unleashes his rage, expect the front row to take a lot of damage. Okay, and so he hits a front row plus an additional damage equal to 15% of Aizen's attack multiplied by the number of stacks of butterfly wings on Aizen. And after his rage, he gains 2 stacks of butterfly wings, and this effect lasts until the end of battle and cannot be dispelled. So he's getting some butterfly wings. Now, after the weapon awakens, damage is greatly increased, and additional damage based on the stacks of butterfly. So butterfly wings is going to become more powerful once the weapon awakens, plus the damage boost you standard get from awakening the weapon. So he gets an attack strengthened buff on his 3rd, and then he gets his passive. If you're going to put him in your team, then you want to try to get him at least to 4 stars. This passive is very useful, and it makes survivability, because he's going to get some buffs to his actual survivability here. So at the beginning of the battle, he gets 2 stacks of butterfly wings. So basically, once you get the passive active, when the battle starts, you've already got 2 stacks of butterfly wings, which means his rage is already going to get the multipliers that he gets from butterfly wings. Okay. Now also, but after accumulating 4 stacks, okay, he gets a 60% increased block pierce chance. So he's going to take less damage. Okay, and when Aizen's hit point falls below 40 for the first time during a battle, he will recover rage and hit points for each stack of butterfly wings. So as you can see, he's got some survivability built into him. Again, nothing's going to help the team. All of his skills focus on himself, buffing his strength, giving him health back, getting him some block pierce chance. It's all solely directed at himself, so he has no benefit for your team. So keep that in mind when you're building a team. If you're looking for a team like I do that focuses on a lot of synergy, then this might not be something that would be to your play style. But if you just want to do straight damage, he's definitely one of the best at it in the game. Okay, so that's what you got. Good skill set. I'm going to be using him in my 2nd team. Okay, the damage is just there. I mean, you know, 1st team is all about synergy. My 2nd team focuses on parts that I need to make you know, the best power that I can get. 3rd team is the same thing, and I interchange. That's why I don't focus on just, you know, my basic 5 or 6 players. As you can see, I've got a fairly good kit that I implement, because I have to for World Championship, because I do play the World Championship. So that's where we're at. So again, it's really good. It's a really good pool, and it's definitely something to look for. He is a tiger, so if you're building a Soul Hall team, keep that in mind. You know, Soul Hall teams require certain characters, and then you have to have, you know, a tortoise, a vermilion, a bird. You need to have another, you know, white tiger, another dragon, depending on what Soul Hall you get. So keep that in mind if you're building a Soul Hall team, and if you want to insert him into a team, you have to insert him so that it doesn't disrupt your Soul Hall benefit, which is greatly increased. If you don't have a Soul Hall team, you definitely need to consider doing that. If you want me to do a video on Soul Halls, explain the situations and setups for you, you can find it inside of the team, inside of the Soul Hall, and just by going to this, you know, like I use the dragon, and how you can get these benefits. You see, I have a 39% decreased damage in the first 2 rounds. This is excellent. Okay, this makes PvP so much easier. This makes everything so much easier. And the damage rate plus 9.6%. Next level effect will be 40%. First 2 rounds have a damage rate of plus 10. So this is something that you want to do. And there's multiple Soul Hall teams. I can go over the Soul Hall teams and how to focus on setting them up. If you want to, just let me know in the comments below. So that's all we've got. All right, remember last video I talked about the season pass. This is Lisa. I explained her in the last video. You definitely want to go for her. Excellent support character. Okay, she does a whole bunch of benefit. She's definitely something I want to put into my team. I'm very surprised that she's an SSR. I would expect it. We've already got one Lisa that's SSR, and she's an excellent character too. She does serious damage to the back row, which is really something to find. There's not many characters that attack the back row, but she hits the back row with a ton of damage. I used her very early, and I used her in the mid game, and so I started getting UR characters that slightly overpowered her, but she was still an excellent character, and I still have her in my second team. This is another version of her. I would expect when they come out with another character that they would have either made her a UR. They didn't, but she has what's close to a UR skill set in terms of benefit for your team as a support. So you definitely want to go ahead and look into getting her. You should be able to. This is standard season. Okay, if you do your dailies every day, claim the 300, 600, and 900 chests, you will be able to get the full 60. Okay, you only need to get to 50. Once you get to 50, you'll get the 50 shards that you need to get her as a 3-star. But if you want to go further to 60, you can get another 10 for it. And you can always purchase a level if you come up a little short. But you definitely want to try to get the 50 shards to combine her because she's an excellent character. Okay, she's got a really good skill set. She'd definitely be beneficial to a second and third team. If you're a new player, she's beneficial to your main team. Okay, because she does offer a lot. You know, I'm all for any type of character that offers support to the whole team, and she does. So you definitely want to look into her. But yeah, so that's it. So standard pool. If you're looking for an attacker, got the second best one in the game. I tend to focus everything saying I like to think that Tensei Zangetsu he's my strongest, and he's my strongest in terms of power and damage, even though his weapon's not awakened, which indicates a little bit about just how strong he is. So that's the setup that we've currently got going. But yeah, he's a good character. Did a really good job on his skill set. I could applaud the devs for that. He clearly has, every single thing that he has is solely focused on making him stronger and giving him some survivability. So I think he'll be a very powerful character for anybody who decides to go ahead and do it. So go ahead and give it a shot. And if you have any questions, you can leave me in the comment below and let me know if you want to do anything on the Soul Hall. I have no problem going over it. I chose a lot. It took a lot of thinking as to which way I was going to go for my Soul Hall. And it took a lot of building. You have to sometimes, stray away from characters that you would like to use in terms of characters that you have to use. So understand that a Soul Hall might lend you towards a team that is full of some characters that you might not know or might not like. Fortunately, I don't see that. My formation, I like all the characters in it. My Soul Hall requires Tensei Zangetsu as he's the basis for it. He's a dragon. As a requirement, he has to be in there. As you can see, I have the 39 plus 9. This is activated. Okay, so this is my team. I have to have a tortoise, which I do, Iroquois. I have to have a bird, which I do, Zeza's Pearl. I have to have another dragon besides Tensei Zangetsu. I do in Full Hollow Ichigo. And then I need to have a tiger. I actually put 2 tigers, Kenpachi and White Ichigo, because they are the second and third highest dealing damages on my team. I have these both at 5 stars. They both do. White Ichigo does a ton of damage. This guy is a rage beast. He rages on the first skill all the time. Whenever I start a match, or he rages almost instantly. It's ridiculous. And then Kenpachi. Kenpachi strikes out the column. Okay, all of these guys, their rage is full. Strikes the entire team except for Kenpachi's, which does a column, but he does a ton of damage to that column, so I have no problem with that. But this is the current team. So understand if you do decide to go for a Soul Hall, you will have to make some some, you know, you might have to make a little bit on the side of, I didn't want to do that, but if you want to have a soul heart, you're going to have to. Okay, so it might take you having to give up something that you might not want to, but we'll just, if you want me to discuss it, I'll go over it for you inside of, walk through the things with you. If you want to, let me know. All right, so that's it. So get in there. You got 2 days left for this pool, and if you do pool and you want to focus on that, tomb, emblem, and this is a good way to get this. This will be standard. Okay, so again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. You click on a bell, you get notified each time I do drop a video. And always remember to like and share the video, as that helps with the views immensely. So this is Ken Rear, coming at you from the corner, signing out.